Forever Super Sentai, Zenithman vs. AkibaRed vs. Kagen Raider Cult. The special starts at Nostal City's beach where the Harmony Sentai Zenithman, Masaya Jisei, Zenith White, Isaji Eidoku, Zenith Black, Tiara Nagami, Zenith Pink, Buren Sogo, Zenith Blue, and Hyon Osborne, Zenith Yellow, along with their big sister Saluki dog named Leva, are enjoying their summer with beach activities along with Masaya's girlfriend Suito Minahiro and Tiara's friends Kariho, Bang, and Diane. Everyone from around the world at the beach is also enjoying their summer too, until it was interrupted when a beachgoer relives a forgotten memory about being attacked by a group of various masked soldiers and monsters that invade Nostal City a lot of times. A lot of the beachgoers also relive those memories too and wonder why did they forget about that and who were those heroes that just defeat those monsters, which makes the Harmony Sentai secretly surprised and worried that if everyone, including Suito and Tiara's friends, in Nostal City are starting to remember about Z-Minus's assault on Earth to become AI along with the remnant trio of Cladis, group of Moris, and the monsters called Jakumans, as the residents' memories of the assault were erased thanks to a tech in the main 5 Zenithmen's Transingers after defeating a Jakuman. Suito leaves the gang to avoid something dramatic. Just then, 7 masked warriors riding on their motorcycles arrive at the beach performing greatest stunts which amazes the people and the Sentai before those 7 introduce themselves as the superheroes who want to make peace with humanity and reveal that they are the ones who defeat the enemies that the residents have those forgotten memories from. As the group introduced themselves as the Kagen Raider Cult, with its leader being Kagen Raider Zest, along with his 6 fellows, Kagen Raiders Dub 4U, Goka, Abrix, Dadant, Levibe, and Zeke. The 7 give out their speech that when evil starts to attack Nostal City again and later the countries of the earth, the people can call upon the Kagen Raiders to put a stop to those villains and save the day. The beach goers, along with Tiara's friends, cheer in excitement and praise the Kagen Raiders to always protect the earth from evil, although this makes most of the Zenithmen suspicious but relieved that everyone will not get to know about the Zenithmen including their identities unless one citizen has saw their transformation. Just then a portal appears bringing out a black spiky-haired warrior wearing a silver hand gauntlet on his right as he tells the citizens to stay away from the cult, who saw the warrior and protect the people as the heroes to confront this warrior as a villain. The Zenithmen are shocked to find the warrior wearing that silver hand gauntlet similar to the 5 core Gozyuger's TegaSword that were golden colored, wondering if that warrior's part of a Super Sentai but from a different universe like the Akibarangers they encounter. As the black-colored warrior is battling against the Kagen Raiders, he shouts, "Honor Kagen Raider," and warns the cult to not make everyone in the Zenithman's world he created for his own Super Sentai story to sworn their allegiance and loyalty to the Kagen Raider cult as the Kamen Rider's goal, which makes those raiders don't know what he's talking about and that they just want to make peace and keep everyone safe since they did that across various universes. This also makes the Zenithman wondered on what the warrior said who, despite his #1 ability, Dream, has been deactivated in this form, gets defeated by the 7 Kagen Raiders who perform their raider punches and raider kicks at him to transform, making the crowd go wild and thank the Kagen Raiders for saving the beach. The young man as the black warrior retreats to find a private place to recover but is pursued by the Zenithmen who want to ask him about what he said. Glad in seeing the Zenithmen as his creations who came to his side, the man introduces himself as Kunihiro Ota from the real world who used the Sentai ring of the unofficial Super Sentai, Hakanen Sentai AkibaRanger, to transform into Universe Warrior AkibaRed, where his #1 ability Dream can bring out everything he imagines like heroes, objects, palm trees, etc., however loses its power after Gozyuger's finale that brought the Super Sentai series to a decade hiatus, which is also the reason why the AkibaRed's suit became black along with the Sentai ring. He also explains that from the real world, Super Sentai is a tokusatsu series created by Toei Company along with Shotaro Ishinomori 5 decades ago for the first 2 in 1975 to 77 and 1977 respectively, Go Ranger and Jacker, and later return in 1979 with Battle Fever J thanks to Toei and Marvel, continuing the franchise on and on by explaining important history from it. In the Western countries where he is from the USA, in 1993 Hayam Saban created SS's counterpart Power Rangers by adapting Jew Ranger from 1992, with 30 years in the making ending its run in 2023 with Cosmic Fury. This also happens to Super Sentai after a 50-year-old run with the final being Gozyuger until the next decade in 2030s. However, Gozyuger was indeed planned on becoming the final season for Super Sentai to honor its 50th anniversary, but this leads to Toei's solo hero sister series created 55 years ago in 1971, Kamen Rider, to create the recent show, Zests, to be the first simulcasting into every country around the world now that it gained popularity among those nations, winning the superhero time block war almost 25 years ago, which ever since both Power Rangers and Super Sentai went on a long hiatus. Kamen Rider has gained a lot of fans in their own countries, which leads to that franchise becoming a cult to make their 55th anniversary a huge success, which he doesn't want to submit his loyalty to, as he calls the KR the Dark Regime while SS the Light and Colorful Insurgency. With that, Ota reveals that the Kagen Raiders are based on the Kamen Riders, but are the evil shadows of those riders according to Kagen, taken from Cage translating into shadow in Japanese, who aim to gain that Kamen Rider popularity in the Zenithmen's world Ota created as the reset Gozyuger world in the year 2027 after the Super Sentai final battle against Angus, as Ota further reveals that he is the one who created the fictional story Zenithman through inspirations like Bansu Sentai Kazuna 5, from Sentai Red Isekai series filled with music and nostalgia, and others according to notes as the 50th season of SS in his opinion to become better and the best Z heroes than the demon-slaying Zests and the upcoming Kamen Rider mice, which he would love to see a Kagen Raider to be a mice that he can stomp on that rodent. This makes the Harmony Sentai surprised that Ota is the team's creator from the real world who wanted to continue the Super Sentai story legacy, and finding out the Kagen Raiders are evil shadows of the Kamen Riders, which its franchise does not exist in the Zenithman world, as those 6 Rangers decide to help their creator expose the Kagen Raiders to everyone of Ota's creative Super Sentai story. Back at the beach, the Kagen Raiders are performing their fighting stunts to the crowd just until Ota along with the Harmony Sentai return, as they, sans Leva, reveal to the people that the Kagen Raiders are liars who were born as evil shadows and wanted to gain more popularly as greatest superheroes of all time. Although the Kagen Raiders tried to protect their reputation that they don't mean no harm, they get both booed and egging it by the angry crowd. Ota kindly laughs at this moment before Kagen Raider Zest gets angry hysterically by shouting if the Kamen Riders will not get too much popularity, then neither should Super Sentai, as he and the Raiders bring out the shadows to possess the people to attack the Zenithman and Ota, who transform with Leva into Tokyu Roku Go and stop the people from attacking them, however interfered by the Raiders. Chiara pulls out the talkative King Oger ring for help, however Levibe snatches it to make this Sentai their allies due to their similarities like the Kamen Riders. However, Ota uses the Karamager ring given by Heian into his TegaSword to activate its glittery shining gem power that not only blinds Levibe, allowing Ota to take the number 48 ring back in a flash, but also regains the unofficial Ranger's red color form as well as his ring that brings back his number 1 ability, allowing him to summon Karamai Red, Oni Sister, Boon Black, Papillon Oger, Zenkai Vroon and Gozu Eagle to form the mighty Morphin Raywangers to fight alongside the Zenithmen against the fellow Raiders, while Ota goes up against Zest, who angrily screams that high-tech solo heroes Kamen Rider are way better than babyish group heroes Super Sentai. However, Ota and the Zenithmen explain that may be true for those in the real world on which hero side they prefer better, but the Super Sentai will never die under the fans' hopes, allowing them to perform the nostalgic Sentai Forever strike to destroy the Kagen Raider cult for good, restoring Nostal City Beach and returning everyone back to normal, including their memories of the KR and assault erased. With summertime restored at the beach, everyone continues to have fun, as the Zenithmen thank Ota for the help, prompting the latter, who finds out that his Sentai ring returns to being black due to using the Karamager ring for a limited time, wishes his creations on many trials the team will face against Zedminas that Ota will write before he leaves through a portal that takes him to a secret room where he monitors the Super Sentai Omniverse, as shown in Zenithman vs. Origa Ranger, like the Cosmo layers from Gaven Infinity, with the main official canon Super Sentai universe in the center. While looking at his own Super Sentai universe by revealing that meeting his creations as part of the story and the debut of the Kagen Raiders were not only born from the Kamen Rider's shadows but from Ota's choice of never watching Kamen Rider Forever that he betrayed after Super Sentai's conclusion, which are his feelings of seeing Super Sentai again in 2035 or 2036 to bring back the colorful light, but hoping to become a new generation due to having 50 teams and over 300 warriors. He then looks over at his buddy's universe where the Kazuna 5 renamed Team Kizunagers are located, showcasing the new world, as he is close to make a crossover story for Zenithman and the Kizunagers after Zenith Red. The additional member of the Harmony Sentai is joined, and with the crossover taking place after Kizunager episode 49, before Ota then leaves to the real world to celebrate America's 250th birthday, but not before erasing the entire event of the Harmony Sentai meeting the Kagen Raider cult and Ota by the snap of his fingers, resulting the Zenithmen enjoying their beach time without any interruptions and having no memory of the cult and Ota.